Hey everybody, Fifth Horseman here, playing Mark Herbal's space program, and we're finally launching a Dres. This is my fourth time trying this. I've had all manner of problems. I'm not going to get into it right now, but if this crashes again, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. And it's not the ship, it's the game. I've installed a new mod, and I'm going to show it to you here. I'm going to observe these things like you shouldn't do on the launch pad, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to take my sciences here, because we have a science bay, which is awesome. And we're also going to get, where are you? There you are. Hazardous. We're going to get him out of the ship. Hazardous does all the hazardous things. He is going to work his way down here. He's going to take all the science out of these things. This is not the new mod. The new mod is going to come here. Okay, so now I've gotten all the science from these things. Now, Hazardous, you can get yourself back in the science lab. And now, using that science lab, you guys can clean out those experiments. And now for the mod. The mod is Sir Dargon's science containers and a module manager config that I have listed on the forum post that is linked to from the YouTube page. I can collect all the data in the main pod. And now all the data from here is in the main pod, which I think is absolutely awesome. Okay, this ship is crazy. There's no doubting it. It launches fairly well. All the times I have, let's see, control from here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. But everything works fine, so I'm going to go in 3, 2, 1, launch. And we are heading up. Okay, this thing flies like a dream. I'm not going to make you watch it. I have to sit through it. There's no need for you to do it. I am going to take this material study and this atmospheric pressure scan. We can clean those once we get into orbit, assuming we ever get into orbit. And I am going to just follow this thing up. I'm going to bring you back when we're disconnecting these SRBs. Okay, we are almost to the point where we're going to be disconnecting these solids. Our apoapsis is just at 30, and I'm tilted over a little bit farther because we're just so darn efficient. Look at those. It's blowing smoke rings. That's pretty awesome. Okay, here they go. Please don't crash into my ship. Very nice. Okay, and here they go. Goodbye, don't crash into my ship. Okay, and I'm going to light the nukes. I'm going to keep this mainsail. He said to keep this. He said he keeps it until he gets his apoapsis up to 70. Based on previous launches, I'm actually going to hold on to it until we get our periapsis at least to negative 100 or so. Just because the thrust weight's already low, and if we drop this, it gets down to like 35 or so, 0.35, so like a third of a G. And I like the idea of getting into orbit, actually getting into orbit instead of just, hoping to get into orbit. Okay, but our apoapsis is at 70, so I'm actually going to cut the engines here. We're going to coast up a little bit. I don't know how this thing works as far as power is concerned. I don't actually see solar panels on him, which is, I'm going to say, a little disturbing. Oh, there are solar panels. Okay, good. Because there's also lights everywhere. Okay, so tell you what, I'll come back when I'm kicking off the mainsail. Actually, our apoapsis is low enough. I don't know why I stopped it when it was at 70 and not 80. I think we can just burn here until our apoapsis gets up to about, say, 75 or so. And then goodbye, mainsail. And our apoapsis is at 80, and we are out of the atmosphere. So, Bardock, I think you can come on out. You came out the wrong side. So, head on over here. I guess you could have gone down below, but go ahead and get on that ladder. Collect. Oh, I didn't realize there was a thermometer there. And collect. Then we are going to clean these things out again. And then we're going to collect the data up here. Actually, I could have just collected the data, I realized. He didn't have to hop out and collect the data. I'm like showing you this new awesome mod and it doesn't even work. Okay, let's do a material study here. Let's actually try this now. Material study, keep the data. And then collect the data. Transfer all science. And then clean the experiments. Look, nobody has to get out now. So hazardous, your job just got a lot less hazardous. Okay, I think we can safely do a bit of a burn here to get our periapsis at least above the ground. There we go. And then I'm going to burn again. This is probably going to be the complete burn that's going to get us into orbit here. And we're almost out of fuel in this orange tank, which is kind of awesome, but what sucks is there any fuel? Yeah, these things are... I think I'm going to drop this fuel tank when we get up to about 60, if it's not already gone. 7, 58, 59, 60, let's go up to 65. So that it will eventually burn up in the atmosphere and I can justify tossing it. Let's get up to 80 by 80. There we go. Pretty close to perfect orbit there. That's awesome. And then this thing will eventually burn up, and I'm gonna simulate that by destroying it. Okay, but now we've got 2 orange tanks and then all the fuel in these things, which is awesome. Now we need to plan our ejection to Dres. Jewel is there. Here you are. Set that as our target, and then we can compare Kerbin's orbit. Okay, and then we need to figure out... Oh, actually, that's easy. We can just do it right here. So we're going to add a maneuver here, and we're going to delete this maneuver. Then this maneuver, I'm going to use maneuver node to move it forward a bit. Not that much, though. Oh. Right around here-ish. And then... Are we doing this exactly the opposite of what we want? Because it's like bringing us down. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm not even thinking correctly. There we go. That is a long, long, long burn. That is a very long burn. 19 minutes. I honestly don't know what to do with a burn like that. But I think the smartest thing to do... Yeah, why are we coming in so low if that's actually the descending node, the ascending node? Because that's Joule. And I'm a freaking moron. Okay. Let's try this. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay. And, oh, it's only a 15 meter per second burn. I think that we're basically required to do the first bit up to the point where we're not going to screw up our moon encounter. I need to zoom back in on Kerbin. There we go. Yeah, basically I'm going to go around here and I'm going to burn up so that my periapsis or my apoapsis gets up to about here probably taking multiple orbits to do it, and then we'll replan our Dre encounter. So I'm actually going to do this to screw this up, and then bring this way back down. It's probably safe to do it there. And that's an 8-minute burn. That's about half the time, give or take. So we're gonna do this burn. I'm gonna do it in probably 2 sessions of. We'll do like 4 and 4. Well, the good news is this thing accepts 4 times time warp. It could run just fine with it. Another good thing is these fuel tanks are gonna last for frickin' ever. And let's see, we're very close to being done here. I'm just gonna slow down to 1 times for the last 10 seconds or so. But if you look here, our orbit is not getting close to the moon, but we've got 8 minutes of our burn done, which is nice. So as soon as we get up to about here-ish, I'm going to delete this maneuver node, and then we are going to we're going to plan the actual Dre maneuver node. I'm just going to do the thing where I just get out of the sphere of influence. And then here I'm going to plan the maneuver node. And then I'm going to delete this one. And then this one is actually very close to where it should be. Interestingly. There we go. Perfect. And then that's the burn we're going to do. And it's a 6-minute burn, and we just have to suck up and do it. So I'm actually going to manually add an alarm 4 minutes ahead of this thing. Maneuver node 4 minutes ahead, and that's happening after we get to Duna, which is awesome. Okay, I don't know how long this episode's going to be. Sorry if the episodes are shorter than they have been. It's just there's a lot more to do, as always, and a lot less to record. But this is looking pretty good. I think next episode we're going to do the dual Duna arrivals, at least, if not a landing. And, yeah, things are going pretty well. And then after that, we're going to actually do the burn to Dres. And someday, we've got an Eve window coming up, but we've got Eve ships. We've got a Moho, our Moho ship as a burn. And then we're eventually going to have some more jewel ships going and stuff. So things are happening. Things are happening. That's for sure. I hope you enjoyed watching me get this thing finally into orbit. For you, it was just the first time, but for me, like I said, this was try number 4. Oh, we got more science to do. Let's go ahead and do it here. Material study. Pull it into here. I love this. Collect the data. And then let's clean it out. Okay, and because this episode was a little bit short, I figured I would tack on. I'm going to check out all the ships that have abort sequences, and we're going to just see how they run. This was, I think Barrendell has a couple really cool abort sequences. He wanted me to show them, so I figured, you know what, all the ships we've flown, if they have an abort sequence, and it wasn't me who added it, I'm going to show it to you. Okay, don't try to load CM Kerman's X-1 aircraft on the launch pad from the from the scene, because this happens. It said, hey, this wasn't meant to be launched from the launch pad. Do you want to launch it from the launch pad anyway? And I said yes. And then this happened. Okay, are we ready? We are going to hit the backspace key here and see the abort sequence. Ankro, good luck. Okay, this one, this is one of Marindell's ships, so apparently this is one of the ones that he wanted to see the abort sequence on. So here we go. I'm going to hit F2, and we're going to hit the backspace now. Whoa! That was kind of freaky. Oh, and you killed the guys. They both died. Maybe that would have worked better. Let's revert to launch. We're going to try this in the air. You killed the guys. That was awesome. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, launch. Then we're like, oh no, things are going horribly wrong. Whatever shall we do? I'm gonna guess that that's not what you expected to happen. I, for one, am glad that we did not have to use that in flight. Okay, let's try the next one. Okay, next up is the Zilla launcher, and I'm very curious what his abort sequence is. So let's go ahead and get ourselves so we can see some of the ship. And in 3, 2, 1, abort. Hey, if it works, it works. Okay, next up is Nathan's taxpayer money at work. By the way, thank you, Ankro, for helping me test all these. You've been hopping in the cockpit every time. So let's go ahead and hit the backspace now. There's no parachute on this. Oh, there is a parachute. You tucked a parachute inside. That's pretty sweet. Okay, you win. You win props on that one. That's pretty sweet. Okay, moving on. And last but not least, the ship that started it all. My questioning why we had Separatrons here was why Marindel told me, hey, you need to check the abort sequences on all the ships. So, Ankro, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, abort. Oh. You just killed yourself, dude. Or you just killed Ankro. Okay, let me turn now that I know what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm not going to change the camera angle here. And I'm not going to go into the mode. And I'm actually going to go this way, because apparently it's shooting this way. So, in 3, 2, 1, backspace. And it shoots it right out, and then... Yeah, oh, well, he survived that time. I assume up in the air, he would have more time to hit his chute. That is pretty sweet, though. It disconnects the two things and then shoots it out sideways. So we're going to look at it from this way. Turn the Alt F12 menu off. We're going to get going here, and then we're going to be like, oh no, something terrible just happened. Let's save ourselves. And then we go boop 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 boop. And then he survives. Oh, I see the parachutes were here. Oh, there goes that thing. I guess it should have staged. Kaboom! Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this little extra section. Sorry about the last few episodes being kind of short. That's just the way it works sometimes. Yeah, I enjoyed doing this. This was fun. I'm glad Marindel reminded me. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.